In this video, I am going to explain the machine learning in the in relation with our traditional approach to software development, what it is called as the algorithmic or program oriented. I am taking one example of finding electric current passing through electric circuit as an example and introducing various terms such as training dataset, testing dataset, model, and their definitions. To begin with, software development approaches can be classified in two different types. One is called as algorithmic approach and second one is called as machine learning approach. The machine learning approach is also known as data driven approach. Let us take the example of finding an current passing through an electric circuit like this. There is one resistor across which we have connected voltmeter. Ammeter is in series with the resistor and this is the power supply. Our purpose is to find out the current passing through the electric circuit. This is one common example or experiment that we do in our physics lab in first year or in 12th standard. As per the Ohm's law states that the current passing through a resistor is directly proportional to the voltage applied across it and inversely proportional to the resistance. The formula for calculating the current is equal to voltage divided by resistance. So with this example, I am comparing the conventional approach of algorithmic approach to software development and the modern approach of machine learning based approach to the software development. In the conventional approach, there are three elements are present. First one is the input data, second one is the output data, and third one is the process. This process transforms the input data to the output data. Here is the simple Python program for doing this. It takes two different input. Here the inputs are voltage applied across the resistor and second input is the resistance and both are declared here of the type float, and this is the implementation of the formula of Ohm's law, current equal to voltage divided by resistance. After calculating it, this Python statement prints the value of the current. Here the processing part is this much only, which is this example is very simple, that's why the processing part is very simple. But in a complex case like such as compilation task, it is very large program. So the purpose of this process element is to implement some task like compilation, database management. So these are the examples of the system softwares. So these are the three elements in the conventional approach: input, process, and the output. Now in 12th standard or in the first year, you might have conducted conducted the experiments like this, in which you have implemented in the lab, you have implemented, you have connected an ammeter in series with the resistor, then a voltmeter in parallel with the resistor, and and calculated the current passing through the resistor. So this approach is called as the experimental approach. Now, when you are doing the experimental approach, what you do is that you take certain number of observations. Like here, I have shown the 7 observations that I have taken. So, and for each observation, you measure the current, you measure the values of voltage across the resistor and the values of current passing through the register. You take those observation and record it in a form of table. So here this voltage we are calling it as the independent variable, and current we are calling it as the dependent variable, because the current passing through the resistor depends upon the voltage applied across the resistor. And when you take such multiple observations, what you do is that you plot such a graph in which you take the independent variable across x-axis and dependent variable across y-axis. Here we have taken the voltage across x-axis and current across the y-axis. And we draw a graph. And in this case, the graph takes a line passing through the origin, that is the 0. And we observe that this is the line. We know that the general equation of line is y equal to mx plus c. Then our next step is to find out the slope of this line. Here the slope of this line, suppose that with respect to these points, the slope of line takes like 2.5 minus 1 divided by 10 minus 4, it comes around 1.5 divided by 6. So this comes 1 by 4 or 0.25. So our the value of m is 0.25, and the equation of line comes I equal to 0.25, because the y-intercept is 0. That's why we have neglected it in the equation. So this is the equation that we find out after taking the these many observation. See, the important steps that we need to note down here is that we have taken certain number of observation. Then we have observed that the graph of this in which we have monitored the how the dependent variable varies with respect to independent variable by plotting a graph, and we observe that the graph follows a shape of line, and that's why we have fitted that line in a general format y equal to mx plus c, and we have calculated the particular equation of this line. Once we find out the particular equation of this line, our next step is that suppose that we want to find the value of when the voltage applied across the resistor is the 16 volt, then we can easily find out that by placing 16 here, we can find out the current passing through is 4 ampere. So it is not, once we got this general equation here, once we got this particular equation with respect to this circuit, it is not necessary to find go and take the observations for which for unknown values of the independent variable, that is the voltage. So this is the benefit that we get once we find out the particular equation for this experiment. So this summarizes the data-driven approach. This approach is called as the data-driven approach because this approach is based upon these many observations in which we have recorded the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable. So to summarize the difference between our conventional approach, in the conventional approach, the elements are like this: input data. In this case, in this particular example, the input data was voltage and the register. Then program we have implemented in the Python. Then output data was the current. So this is called as the conventional approach. The elements of the data-driven approach or the machine learning approach is the trained data. In the training, this trained data is nothing. Training data is nothing but the set of observations that we observe while conducting the experiment. Then the second most element of the machine learning approach or the data driven approach is the model, in which we observe the general pattern of variations between the dependent variable and the independent variable. In this case, our approach, in this particular experiment, our model was like this: I equal to 0.25 voltage. That was our particular model. Then the output variable in this case is the I, which is also called as the dependent variable in this case. And the once the test data that we have seen, that the 16 voltage is one example of the test data in against which we have tested our tested that our model works accurately. Now, some of the important terms that you need to remember with respect to the um, data driven approach are that the first and the most important element is the model. The purpose of model is to represent the relationship between the dependent variable and independent variable. In our case, the model was on one mathematical equation I equal to 0.25 voltage. Then the second most element in the machine learning approach is the training data. Training data is nothing but it represents our observations, and test data validates the model or the pattern in the relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variable. Then, then the next element that we should remember is that dependent variable and the independent variable. In this case, in this particular case, the independent variable was the voltage and the dependent variable was the current. So in the machine learning context, the model is a function or a mapping or an equation which maps the independent variables onto the dependent variable. In this particular case, our model was I equal to, our model was like this, and the dependent variable was the current, and the independent variable was the voltage. So in the machine learning context, the model is a function or a mapping or an equation which maps the independent variables onto the dependent variable. So the in machine learning approach, the important elements are model, training data, test, and the test data. The model captures the relationship between the dependent variable and the independent variable. Thank you.